Hello everybody, how's it going? Welcome to my weekly sports recap video. I got energy today, I don't know what that was. Yeah, we're gonna get into it. I'm talking about NFL and NBA starting today, starting this week with this video. I'm bringing up the NBA and then WWE at the end. So y'all go ahead and y'all go get into it. First, I'm gonna just start talking about the games in order from Thursday to Monday. So first up, we got the Chargers and the Vikings. It was here in Minnesota. Was it here in Minnesota? No, what? I don't know. Anyways, that don't matter. But the Chargers beat the Vikings 37-10. Oh! There was a trade alert. I have to go look. There was a trade alert as I'm talking about this. That's crazy. Carson Wentz was playing through injury. He was playing like butt cheeks though. They lost, whatever. Just though, they seem to have things playing back on track, which is good. I don't think they should have even lost them games that they were losing, but every dog's moving on to Sunday. So Sunday, before the game started, there was some trade rumors that were going around, like the Lions are buying, the Saints are willing to deal out Alvin Kamara and Brandon Cooks. The Cowboys are trying to look at getting maybe Max Crosby, but Jerry said they weren't added any defensive. Who knows? You know, the Rams are picking up corners. So hey, a lot of trades going on. I just got a trade notey. I'm gonna actually go see what that. This is not what I thought the trade would be. So the Eagles are trading wide receiver John Mechie III to the Jets for cornerback Michael Carter II. Carter, a reliable piece in the Jets secondary for 5 seasons. Only played 5 games this year so far, but I mean, we're only on week 8, so missed games to a concussion. Okay. Yeah, all right. Yeah, he's going to sleep 1-7, waking up fucking 5-2. Not bad. 6-2, my bad. Not bad. Yep, they were a little short. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Seems like a good deal for all parties. I don't know. Eagles defense probably isn't. I don't know. Is it good? I mean, it's got to be decent, right? The Eagles are 6-2. They're filling holes where it needs to be filled. Jets are filling holes that need to be filled. So I guess it's good for both parties. But spanning across the noon window of games, there were close games. Well, I don't want to say close because none of them ended close, but they all started close. They were all close by halftime, third quarter. They were all close, but by the time 0-0 was on the clock and they were final, they were not close. I don't know what was going on. Like the Texans were up 2 scores early. They won by 11. It was a close New England Cleveland starting of the game. Like New England beat them 32-12, I think it was. So none of them ended close, but they all started close. No more winless teams. The Jets beat the super sorry Bengals 39-38, and it was a trick play that got them the lead too. So kudos, you know what? Kudos to the Jets. Even though it's just end the season, they ain't giving up, even though they should. Moving on to key games. First key game was the unfortunate slapping that was Dallas and Denver. Things looked up early. Bo Nix threw a pick at like the 3rd or 4th play of the game, but it only resulted in a field goal. That's classic. Got the first score of the game. Cowboys defense was snoring all game, per usual. Denver was up 27-10 at halftime. I've noticed this season from the Cowboys, they tend to play a little bit better in the lead, and they kind of struggle when they're down because they can. It's almost like they know how to play better from a lead versus down in a deficit. Dak is still putting up MVP numbers, bro. He's only what is he like? I don't know if he's got 20 touchdowns yet. He didn't throw 4 in the game. So the most he could be 20 touchdowns and like 4 picks, bro. Who else has numbers like that? Nobody else has numbers like that. List of the effort, they lost 44-24, almost exactly what their score was last week, which was 44-20. It was the double. Oh, they almost got doubled up on after just doubling up on. Well, I want to talk about the unfortunate game that is the Giants versus Philadelphia. The game is only unfortunate because Scatterbo got injured. And I know how people feel about Scatterbo. I don't see it. I'm sorry. I don't see the hype. He's just another running back. I don't know. Is it because he's like dumb? Like he's very obviously just like a meathead. I don't know. But yeah, he got a dislocated ankle mid-game. He's gonna be done for the season. But hopefully the Giants can look forward to next season because Malik Neighbors are coming back, Scatterbo's coming back. They should be good. They should be decent next year if they can keep Jackson Dart's hopes up. Like if they can keep him in a good mindset and keep him good, I think they should be good for next year. However, with that being said, the Eagles seem to have balanced out their offense. They got things, kind of going again regardless. I mean, albeit it is the Giants, right? They're 2-6 now. So it is the Giants, so there is a little bit of leeway for how good and how easy it is for them to balance out this offense in this situation, but they got that offense balanced. Receivers were catching. Saquon was running. They lose. The Giants lose to the Eagles 38-20. Valiant effort, honestly. Now, you guys are probably going to be like, why are you even talking about this game? Chicago versus Baltimore. Bro. Why did the Ravens allow Tyler Huntley to go to Cleveland just to re-sign him and have him win your games on your offense? What was the point? I mean, there could probably be a few little meme answers of what the point actually is. Like technically he played on a division rival team. He didn't play any games, but he got reps. Oh, he played in the preseason. He got reps. He got good reps. I don't know. But the Ravens were dominating early with Mr. Lamar Light, aka Tyler Huntley. What are you waiting for, Ravens? What are we waiting for? The Ravens have a game tomorrow. I don't know if Lamar's going to be back. Interesting. Ravens, they soar and they fly past the Bears. 30-16. Bears are still fodder. QB zesty, still zesty. I'm talking about Caleb Williams, by the way. If you don't know Chiseled Adonis, Caleb Williams equals QB zesty. Just for every day. Monday's game I thought was close. Like, I thought it was a lot closer than what the score depicted. Like, for real. I thought it was a lot closer. Because what was the final score? The final score was like... It was like 28-7? I'm looking it up real quick. Gotta wait for it to load. I also don't know why it just loads up the NFL.com. Yeah, okay, 28-7. I'm looking at it right here. 28-7. Patrick Mahomes, 25 for 34, 300 yards, three touchdowns, 2 picks. Marcus Mariota, 21 for 30, 213, 1 touchdown, 2 picks. Now, if these were if these were separate from playing each other, these are decent numbers. I still think these are decent numbers, regardless of the 2 picks on both teams, right? I definitely think this game was a lot closer than the score depicts. Being said though, Rashee Rice coming back, they just been on fire. They've been on fire. They're now 1 game down from Buffalo. They're now 1 game down from Buffalo for that first place in the AFC. Buffalo better watch out, but y'all remember what I said a few weeks ago? I think this is the season that the Bills can beat the Chiefs in the playoffs. I think this is it. I think this could be the year. It could potentially be a season return, and a return to NBC. It ain't been on NBC in opening night ain't been on NBC in 15 years. That's technically as long as I can remember because I'm a little slow. But anyways, it brought the best opening night audience numbers, which in my opinion wasn't that hard when you had the teams that were playing in the Lakers versus the Warriors. Lakers, one of the most known teams in the entire league. Warriors, they getting up there too because of Steph. And then they had the KD-led Rockets. People love KD. They just want to turn that TV on and watch KD. But I want to say we're probably 5 games into the season as the recording of this. And Celtics are on a skid early without JT. The Mavs are fumbling early. You know, good contenders from last season are struggling to open up the season this year, which is fine. I mean, there's 82 games in a season. They should be fine. I do think there are new stars in the making in Austin Reeves, because he dropped 51 in the comeback victory against the Kings, and then 41 against Portland in a loss on Tuesday. 51 and 41, no LeBron, no Luka. Y'all tell me what that looked like. Jay Edgecombe, rookie this season. He dropped 34, making history as the 3rd most points ever in an NBA debut, even passing AI, who previously had that record on the Sixers. Coming back to win against Boston, beating them at 1 point, 117-116. In some other news, Wemby had a 40-point double-double. I don't think that's that hard when you're fucking 7'6", but okay. And then I also saw he did a 360 layup. Wemby, bro, you don't even have to jump to touch the rim. What are we doing 360 lays for? You're gonna hurt your legs more, bro. Chill just a little bit, please. Save your legs, bro. Now for the WWE. It was spicy this week. It was spicy. It was up with Cody and Drew. It was just like a basic little back and forth. Drew was standing out on the table. Cody was in the ring. Drew was trying to explain his actions for last week. Nobody cares. He accuses Jimmy of beating up Jacob. Jimmy comes out, beats him up, breaks up the whole thing. They get broken up. That segment ends. We see Drew McIntyre backstage talking to Nick Aldis, talking about some, yo, you know I didn't do it. Why is Jimmy doing this? Jimmy comes and interrupts him and beats him up some more. Not gonna lie, I didn't watch this match, but I know what happened. But it was the MFTs versus Nakamura and Ray Phoenix. I'm over the MFTs. I don't care. Match was Tiffany Stratton, the women's WWE champion, versus Kiana James. Now, this was happening because last week, Tiffany Stratton and Stephanie Baker had a tag match against them. Kiana was just running her guns. We all know. Tiffany won that match and then got jumped by Jade Cargill. Jade Cargill officially turning heel. I think that's what that was. She's looking for that title. And she needed it. She should. After that threw me for a loop. I had another thing throw me for a loop, which was the Ilya US Open Challenge. I love that thing. Let's go. There was a promo backstage beforehand that was kind of like a passing of the torch kind of thing. It was cool. It was cool. The match starts. Ilya goes out. He's standing in the ring. And Aleister Black's music hits. He comes out. He's got Zelina with him. So Zelina walks out first. And then here comes Alistar. It was cool. It was a nice little entrance. It's nice to see them paired together. It was crazy. Selena was getting involved. She hit him with like a hurricanrana into the barricade or something. It was cool. Selena ended up getting thrown out the match later. And then Damian Priest showed up to distract him. And then Ilya got the pin due to Alistar being distracted by Damian. Bro, I see like 4 torpedoes, 3 H-bombs. Ilya Dragunov is A. When that goes on, Damian then takes it into his own hands to beat up on Alistar Black because he ain't done yet, I guess. After that, there was another backstage segment with Carmelo Hayes, and he was talking about how The Miz did what he did, and then he did what he did. He got his get back. I like that. I love it. I want them to feud. But I don't know what it is at. I don't know what it. But in the middle of that promo, Kit Wilson of Pretty Deadly comes out of nowhere and he's like, "Yeah, you're talking all this mess." I'm trying to do it. I'm trying to make an accent, but I don't remember what he's saying. So he was like, "You're talking all this mess, whatever. You can't do it against me," essentially. And so Carmelo is like, "Okay, I'll see you next week." And that was that, right? Cool. Carmelo Hayes versus Kit Wilson next week. On Friday, Wednesday. The event was Jimmy Uso versus Drew McIntyre in a no DQ because they fought all night. Now this was a slobber knocker, guys. It was so good. It was looking like Drew was taken to the limit by Jimmy. Jimmy was pulling out all the stops, but it didn't matter much. Jimmy went up to the top for one of the splashes, and fucking Drew got up and threw a chair right at his face. Like back in like the old days, like how Sabu used to do to people, and Van Dam used to do to people. That happened. He hit the Claymore. It was 1, 2, 3. End of the show. It was nice. I've been getting more excited about Raw recently because I don't know. I think Raw is probably just in a better spot at the moment. The show opens up with CM Punk and Jey Uso cutting a promo against each other because they have a match Saturday for Saturday night's main event. I'll get into the card later. So Jay comes out, does the whole 10 minutes worth of eating, runs it back, 5 more minutes worth of eating, right? And then so CM Punk comes out and does the same thing. He runs it back. They play Call the Personality again. I thought it was funny, but then he later apologized and was like, "Sorry, I stole your shtick. Whatever." This guys, I don't know what we have to do to be better as an audience, but not every Jey Uso promo has to yeet after every other word, right? Like after every point, right? And every time you stop talking, you don't have to say yeet, guys. I get it, it's fun, and it's half of his shtick already. But we gotta be able to distinguish when it warrants it and when he's trying to be for real. You guys are killing this man because he cannot be for real because y'all need to eat everything. I'm done talking about eat, man. Rusev and Penta, #1 contendership for the IC title. It was a good match until the Americanos break it up. El Grande, Rayo, and Roth? Whatever it is. The Americanos break them up. Rusev actually gets up and beats up the Americanos. And before Penta can land Penta Destroyer. Mexican Destroyer, there we go. Trying to call it the actual name. Mexican Destroyer. He's pulled El Grande Americanos pulled out of the ring by the Americano brothers, whatever they call it. So later in the night, we find out that there has been a triple threat scheduled as Saturday night's main event, and it'll be Penta, Dom, Rusev for the IC champ. LA Knight was going crazy. That man was going off in a backstage interview with Kathy. He was going crazy. He was going off. Because it was mainly about him coming up short recently, these last few weeks. when it comes to earning that World Heavyweight Championship title at LA Knight. It's done with everybody saying LA Knight. Yeah, walks away, right? There's a backstage segment, another one with Division, and they're talking about how their path to the World Heavyweight Championship paves out now that Pierce left him out of the Battle Royal last night. I just need a match against people. I just need a match against those top contenders. And Paul Heyman was like, right, you have a match against LA Knight. Go get your gear on, because it's coming up here. Right? Well, that was pretty much the end of the segment. Yeah. After that, we have Brie Bella versus Roxanne, because, you know, Roxanne had the match against Stephanie, and then they tried to jump Stephanie after the match. Brie Bella came out and stopped her. Brie. Did I say Brie? It's Nikki, ain't it? I have Brie written down on my notes. Bro, they've been wrestling for so long, and I still don't know the difference between the two. Nikki Bella versus Roxanne. I don't know why I have Brie written down. Bro, literally, and then the next note, it says Nikki. Okay, I'm so slow, guys. But it was a good match. Nikki tried her best, didn't win. They tried to beat her up after the match again, but then Stephanie came out and interrupted them. So I guess they're a thing. I guess. Camera cuts to Jey Uso walking backstage, and Jay stopped by Jim, Big Jim, and he's like, "Yo, you know, like he's pretty much just like, bruh, what was that?" You know, talking about, you know, last week Royal. The last three were Jimmy, Jey Uso, and LA Knight. Jimmy and LA Knight were hung up on the top rope, and he kind of like just like pushed him off to secure his own win. And then Jimmy was like, "Yo, you tweaking," essentially. Jay was like, "You right, my bad," essentially, right? That's how that went. Then we had the match that was Braun Breaker versus LA Knight. That boy LA Knight got cleaned up. What are they doing with LA Knight, man? We question what he's doing, what they're doing with LA Knight every single time. But he's still gonna have that big pop every single time. So I don't think a point near the night, Finn Balor and JD were talking to Adam Pearce. It was like, "Yo, when can we get our titles back? When can we get a match for that?" And he was like, "Yo, y'all are already busy tonight, so it ain't happening tonight." They were like, "Huh?" He's like, "Yeah." And then he referenced the Battle Royal again, that they had eliminated somebody, and that somebody came up to Adam Pearce and demanded them a match against one of them. That somebody, well, Sheamus came up and was like, "Yo, I want a match against either Finn or JD, no matter which one." And JD out of nowhere is like, "Yo, I'll fight him. I'll fight him, and when I come back here, I'm coming back to you, and you're giving us our title match." Damn, you seeing JD get a little shiesty? Okay, I low-key liked it. I low-key liked seeing JD get a little bent out of shape. The next match, obviously, I'm going to talk about is JD McDonough versus Sheamus. Oh, that was a low-key bang. JD put up a good fight. Finn kept getting involved, but yeah, Finn got involved, causing the finish. Finn fucking smacked him with a shillelagh, with his shillelagh. JD got the pin, got the 1, 2, 3. So they went backstage, and they were like, "Yo, I just beat Sheamus. Give us our title match." And Adam Pearce is like, "Do you know we can see you? Like, are we supposed to just skip past you blatantly cheating to win?" And he was like, "Yeah, it don't matter. I still beat him." Which, fair. And so now, next week, the Raw Tag Team titles will be defended. The Judgment Day versus Rey Fenix and AJ Styles. Rey Fenix. Dragon Lee. Please don't cancel me. Dragon Lee and AJ Styles versus the Judgment Day. Some other random things that happened during the night. There was a backstage segment with Maxine, And Adam Pearce was telling her, yo, you've been impressing me. You have another match when it's when you want it. And Maxine was like, I think I need to hone my skills. I need to call a certain somebody to make sure they know I can beat Becky. I don't know who she's insinuating at. I don't know what that means. It's got to be somebody that's beaten Becky already, right? There's somebody that puts fear in the eyes of Becky. I don't know. But she has the title match when she's ready. I had something in my hand. But she has that title match when she's ready. Next week also there's going to be Nikki Bella and Stephanie Vaquer versus the Judgment Day again. I think I said this before, but if I said it again, there it is again. Whatever. So now for the main event of the night, which was Lyra Bailey versus Charlotte Alexa for the women's tag team. I thought it was a good match. I thought it was good. It was banging. It was close. It was bust. We all know. I mean, you have Alexa, Charlotte, and Bailey in a match. There's no way it can be bad, right? No way. No way it can be bad. Charlotte was hitting double moonsaults. Yeah, bro, double moonsaults. I don't know. Who is this babyface Charlotte? Who is she? What's she? What? Then the finish was it was double natural selections. Natural selections. I don't think I've ever seen Charlotte win a match with a natural selection, bro. Ever. Like, they didn't tap out of the figure eight. Like Lyra didn't tap out of the figure eight. They got broken up. And then they did natural selections for the 1, 2, 3. I was like, huh? I was so confused. But yeah, they got the win with natural selections, so your tag champs are still Charlotte and Alexa Bliss. After that, the Kabuki Warriors came out and laid waste to everybody. They laid waste to everybody. Champions, Bailey, Lyra, laid waste to everybody. They were the last ones standing tall, walking out of the arena with their music playing as the show went. I thought that Raw was bang. No lie. I thought that Raw was bang. But now, we're going to talk about the Saturday night's main event card real quick. I'll just go. The matches we got, there's only going to be about 4 or 5 of them, because we all know what Saturday night's main event is. We got Dom versus Penta versus Rusev, triple threat IC title. We got Cody versus Drew for the WWE title. CM Punk versus Jey Uso for the World Heavyweight Championship. Then we got Jade Cargill versus Tiffany Stratton at Saturday night's main event for the women's WWE title as well. I think this should be a good Saturday night's main event. It shouldn't be bad. There's no way this would be bad, right? And you know what? Because why not? I'll give my predictions. I think Dom will retain. Let's see. I think Dom will retain. I think Punk wins, Jade wins, and Cody wins. So, like, 2 new champions, 2 retains. Right? Pretty simple, pretty standard. That's what I think will happen. Anyways, hey, look at that. That's all. You guys made it, bro. Y'all made it through this video. Now make sure you come back for the next one. Thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to y'all later. I'll see y'all later. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, ding dong the bell so you know when I get a new video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see y'all later. Peace.